I guess you love movies. I do too. Hi guys, and welcome back to another movie review. It has been a while, once again, since my last video. This seems to be a theme recently. I haven't been to the cinema at all, actually, since I saw Avengers Endgame in IMAX theatres. I just haven't really been in the mood to make videos, or I haven't had much to make videos about. That is true, simply because I haven't been watching that many good movies or TV shows recently. Anything that I really wanted to upload about. I've actually been pretty inactive on Instagram as well. Hit a little bit of a creative dry patch in terms of watching movies. I haven't, my sort of normal sources of films have kind of dried up recently. Netflix has kind of not had so many good films out. I normally record a lot of films from television, and there really hasn't been a lot on that I haven't seen, that I don't already own, or that I really want to watch recently. So it's been a struggle for content, both on Instagram and of course on YouTube, and I'm sorry for that. I have been very inactive. I seem to make a video every month or two and then just don't make anything, and I'm trying to think of a new sort of direction for this channel, and that will be coming soon, I guess. I'm going to uni in September, so I will be making a decision in the coming months of whether to continue with the channel in any way, or and if I am, what direction that's going to be, but we will see. But I'll get into that another time. But today I will be reviewing Rocketman, directed by Dexter Fletcher and starring Taron Egerton. Of course, these two also worked together on Eddie the Eagle film, which is pretty okay, but this one is about the life and the rise and sort of fall and rise back again of Elton John and his entire career, and his his private life, his music, in a sort of fantastical sort of musical film. And I wasn't massively looking forward to this movie, honestly. I mean, I saw the trailers and I thought it looked a little bit ridiculous, but I'd heard a lot of good things actually on its release. Got a lot of good reviews. Taron Egerton's performance has been specifically praised. So going into it, even though at first I wasn't really I wouldn't have seen this movie if the reviews weren't good, but I thought I'd give it a shot. And I've got to say, I did enjoy the movie. I thought it was very good. And Taron Egerton deserves all the praise because he's giving a fantastic performance in this movie. I really enjoy him in this film, and he's fun in a lot of movies, like Kingsman and stuff like that. He's definitely got a lot of charisma, but real acting chops here. I mean, he really, for the first time, I think, really shows his range and ability as an actor, and he's phenomenal in this. And that's not just the actual performance itself, which I was very impressed by. Emotionally, he really invests you, and he really does portray Elton John in a very, in a great way. I think he shows his vulnerabilities, and I think he's phenomenal in this role. But also, he's actually a very good singer, and his singing in the movie is excellent. And it's not exactly like Elton John, but I like the fact that he kind of puts his own spin on the songs, and he gives, he gives it enough respect, but he also gives it his own flavour, and I like that. I do enjoy Elton John's music, and I specifically enjoyed several musical numbers in this film. Just going into this is pretty much a musical, a straight up musical. This isn't really your normal musical biopic where they sort of interject songs from certain eras of that person's, that artist's career, and the rest of the movie is just a movie. This is really a musical film. There are musical numbers. And that takes a little bit of getting used to. I always find when I watch a film, even if I know it's a musical going into it, a lot of the time the first number is a little bit difficult to sort of get your head around. It's a little bit jarring seeing people just burst into song randomly. And I did have that same issue with Rocketman, but after you get through the first number, I feel like the film, you get used to it, and it kind of feels like it works. And I feel like I really enjoyed the Saturday night number specifically. I thought that was excellent. I think it had great energy, and I thought it was really well choreographed. And I did enjoy a lot of the musical numbers throughout the movie. And like I said, I enjoy Elton John's music, so I was always going to enjoy that. A lot of other good performances in the movie. Jamie Bell gives an excellent performance as his sort of close friend and writer of a lot of the lyrics throughout this movie. I really enjoyed his performance in the movie, and their relationship was really interesting. Probably the strongest relationship that he has throughout the actual film, and I really enjoyed a lot of their moments together in the movie. He goes through a lot of Elton John's personal problems, obviously his alcoholism and his drug abuse, his relationship issues, and these are all things that we've seen in biopics before. You know, this film doesn't do anything different in terms of narratively, in terms of the actual beats it hits. We've seen these things happen in a lot of these movies. You know, Bohemian Rhapsody last year, for example, springs immediately to mind. However, this movie does something a lot different to that film, and I feel like Elton John's own personal style and energy and flamboyance allows this film to feel different to other biopics, because it could quite easily have just been a by-the-numbers biopic, which is what I feel like Bohemian Rhapsody was, and however amazing parts of the music were, specifically the Live Aid concert, I feel like the movie felt kind of hollow and cliched, and it felt like it was hitting the beats way too conventionally for my liking, and it just made it feel like a Wikipedia page for the most part. It skipped by a lot of stuff, it changed things that maybe it shouldn't have changed, and I didn't enjoy that movie for those reasons. But this film, I feel like the style that Dexter Fletcher adds to this film, this sort of jukebox musical style, and he sort of really embraces Elton John's onstage persona, and that allows the film to feel different. This is a fantasy in a lot of scenes. This isn't really a realistic biopic. This isn't gritty or anything. Obviously, there are moments of weight, but this movie has fantasy scenes, and it kind of makes the film feel different to other biopics, even if it still hits the same same conventional beats. It does it in a different way. There wasn't really anything particularly wrong with the film. Like I said, it is conventional in terms of its narrative, and it does have a few pacing issues here and there. It does take a little getting used to the sort of style of the film at the beginning. Once you get into it, I really enjoyed it overall. I think it's going to be one of those films where, just like Elton John himself, some people are not going to like this movie, some people are going to find the style a little bit abrasive, but if you enjoy it, I think that if you like that sort of thing, you are going to enjoy this film, and I did myself. And I really enjoyed Rocketman, and overall I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. So there you go, there's my review of Rocketman. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, drop your comments down in the section below. Just give me some feedback on this review. Obviously it's been a little while, so I might be a little rusty. But yeah, again, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Goodbye.